Every happily ever after starts with once upon a time. For our prima ballerina, however, her journey is far from being a fairy tale. This is how it all began. Lisa Teresita Pacheco Macuja was born and raised in a close-knit family. As a young child, her parents Cesar and Susan instilled in her and in her 3 other siblings that success would always be more meaningful if they work hard to attain it. Discipline in the Macuja children's academics was expected, and exposure to literature, music, and the performing arts was encouraged.
Both my parents are very artistically inclined. My dad's a natural tenor. My mom used to be a ballerina. So yeah, definitely. And we were raised with a lot of music and dancing and singing around the house. So yeah, definitely the arts has always been in our blood.
It came naturally for Susan Pacheco Macuja to enroll her daughter in ballet classes, not because Lisa demonstrated the makings of a child prodigy, but because she wanted to pass on to her daughter something she personally loved as a young girl.
I wanted her to study ballet because I was a ballet dancer. And I did say that once I have a kid, a baby girl, in the future, I would really put her into ballet class only because it helped me in my poise, and it helped me to get along with people. And I wanted my daughter to be that way, not shy, parang lista.
At 8 years old, Lisa attended her very first ballet class at St. Teresa's College in Quezon City. But it wasn't love at first dance.
It was an after-school activity for me, and it was considered like a hobby or an extracurricular activity that I would do twice a week or during the weekends. It was laro-laro lang.
Under the watchful eye of Mrs. Felicitas Radaik, directress of the St. Teresa's College School of Dance, Lisa slowly but surely turned from a hesitant and tentative ballet student to a hardworking and self-motivated one. Her mentor's compliments and approval were given with much prudence and consideration, which made young Lisa seek and value these even more. It was Mrs. Radaik who inculcated in the budding ballerina the value of discipline and self-control and the need for consistency.
The draw of ballet for me was the fact that I was doing something that I knew I was excelling at. I knew I was confident enough to know that I was good at, because of the power of my body and the ability of my face to transform and to show emotion. I really, really thrived on it, and the spectacular feeling that you feel before, during, and after a live performance.
More and more opportunities to dance before a live audience came Lisa's way as she became part of the junior ranks of Dance Theatre Philippines, a semi-professional performing company made up of Mrs. Radaik's best students from different schools. It was with DTP that Lisa first experienced dancing professionally as she became a regular performer for their Ballet at the Park shows.
In Dance Theatre Philippines, I think one of the most memorable experience I had was being left out of a performance tour. It was a shock that triggered this desire to excel, so that for the next tour, I'm not going to be left out anymore.
Her hard work certainly didn't go unnoticed. Lisa was able to join 2 of DTP's international tours. First to the Aberdeen Festival in Scotland in 1979 and to the Festival of Asian Arts in Hong Kong in 1980. Dancing became an integral part of Lisa's daily life, but even with her newfound love for performing on stage and renewed passion for dance, she never thought of turning it into a lifelong commitment. But one experience truly changed everything.
I witnessed the performance of Yoko Morishita in Swan Lake in the CCP. That's when I saw her. I saw that she was tiny, she was Asian, and she was excelling in this Western art form. At I thought, kung kaya niya, baka kaya ko din. And that's when I considered seriously going into ballet as a career.
What was once unheard of now became an intense desire for 14-year-old Lisa. She resolved to become a professional ballerina and vowed to do whatever it takes to achieve this singular vision.
She puts a goal in front of her and she just goes to that without having any distractions. And she didn't have any social life when she was growing up. And she sacrificed all that because she wanted to be a ballet dancer, a good one.
She's always been very hardworking. You know, you set her task and she will do everything she can to get it done.
But at the age of 17, she was unexpectedly facing the possibility that her dream would never become a reality.
I fell from a lift in rehearsal that my partner basically did not lift me, and I expected to be lifted. So I wasn't ready for the landing that followed. My ankle twisted underneath my entire weight from a jump.
What she initially thought was just a sprained ankle turned out to be a chipped ankle bone floating around her Achilles tendon. After being in pain for 3 months, her doctor confirmed what she feared all along, that she would either have to undergo surgery or that she would need to stop dancing completely.
Somehow, when something is taken away from you, from me, when something is taken away from me, all the more I want it, you know. So what happened was we went to a second doctor, Dr. Antonio Rivera, and he said that there is a chance that if we put it in a cast, scar tissue will develop around the chipped bone, and once it stops moving, the swelling will go down and you can dance again. So I went with that 50-50 chance. And so when the doctor said it didn't move, I cried, I broke down, and I felt that this was the moment for me to know that I was meant to dance.
This miracle was shortly followed by another milestone in Lisa's young life, graduating salutatorian from her high school. While it was expected of her to go straight to college and earn a degree, Lisa had other plans in mind.
I basically made a deal with my parents, and I said that I would not go into college right after high school, and I wanted to train full-time in classical ballet and see where that takes me. My father was very much against this decision.
They all wanted her to be an accountant, and because she graduated salutatorian from school. And my husband said, why waste your time dancing? So I wanted her to dance, and I was her only actually kakampi.
It was at this crossroads in her life when Lisa was led straight down an unexpected path.
Since my father was handling this Russian delegation, he opened up to them and he said, oh, my daughter, she's so stubborn, she wants to go into ballet, and I don't, I want her to go to college, you know. And then these Russians said, oh, if she wants to go into ballet, why don't you send her to the best ballet school in the world? At that time, my father thought, ooh, if I send her to communist Russia, she will come back after 2 weeks, homesick, defeated, and resolute to pursue her college degree and go into a more normal profession. It didn't work.
Lisa's life in Russia and her transformation into a world-class ballerina. All that and more when we return.